Hello everybody and welcome back to the video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and it's Saturday morning, 5 AM, and I just checked my emails and saw that my disputes for my Queendom 2 round 2 reaction videos were denied, keeping it blocked yet again. I really have no idea where these issues are coming from for this round specifically, as I had no issues whatsoever with the opening and first round. Last week uploading 3 performances was too much, now this week all 6 together is as well. What options do I have left in? Well, one could try it with uploading each performance reaction separately, which is quite the amount and not so good for the algorithm, or just upload a 1-minute video and put the entire thing on Google Drive and put it there in the comments. But then I got one last idea that would keep the upload count acceptable and also just makes sense, and that is uploading the 2 candidates that covered each other together, so LOONA x Hyolyn, BBG x WJSN, and BRAVEGirls x Kepler. These will be uploaded in random order. I will put the same intro at the front of all of them as well, and also have my overall ranking of the entire episode at the end of each video too, so if you see it once, you don't gotta watch it again at the end of the other videos. I really don't want to rely on uploading things on Google or opacity stuff and all that kind of thing, so let's try if this works. Let's stop the talking, let's start reacting, have fun with whatever candidate combo you are about to see, and yeah, enjoy. We're now moving over to our second performance, which is LOONA covering Sistar slash from Ireland's female girl group. They are covering Shake It. No idea about the song, absolutely no idea, so it will be a bit tough for me to judge and rate in a sense of, okay, how did they change the song, what did they do with the song already. Like mentioned, I do not know it, so this will be a bit more blind in that sense. So let's dive into it, okay? LOONA's Shake It performance on round 2 of Queendom 2. Let's check it out. Generally a different stage setup for round 2 in comparison to round 1, so probably everybody's going to use the stage that way. Oh. Oh, this looks a very different concept. Like, we had this very cool... They don't even have to... What? They didn't even have lyrics. Obviously a very different concept in comparison to round 1, where we had this traditional one. Very different vibe. Good amount of humor in there already. That's the people with the background. Kind of a retro feel. She looks great there with that brown suit. Off with the glasses. Ooh. The vocal picture though, this last dance. Song is fun though, you know. No idea how true it is to the original, or how much it changed or not, but woo. Oh, that's cool. Such a cool visual there, you know, making it look like she's just floating over there. Again, LOONA's stage presence though, you know, like this is now a very different concept like Magic 2 round 1, but they still really just shines so much when performing. Again, she looks so great though. That look there looks so good. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Like, obviously, I've seen that a lot before, you know? Like these quick wardrobe change magicians and everything, you know? Seen a lot of those, but it's like very impressive to see from them. You know, it's like they don't do that usually. Her charisma, one on front with that white top, that was, it's such a different, oh, shake to do that, that interface there, on that shake in my baby, that was pretty cool. Again here, yeah, using the stage fully. Alright! Man, that performance actually also, like just from the way it was once again constructed to fill those 4 minutes. So much happened there, damn. Okay. So, this is obviously, this is quite tough for me to really review in some way, because funnily enough there was something I talked about in doing the round 1 performances a lot, and that's where a comment came through that I really liked the point of view behind of that, because I said and talked about how it's important to me to really for the performances to really get that, you know, one versus all feeling, pay-per-view, everybody wants to win type of atmosphere, you know. And then obviously that a performance like Brave from round 1 obviously did not give me that feeling as much as LOONA's performance from round 1 as example gave. So then that one comment there came to me and said, yeah, it's like, that's the thing, you know, like if everybody only does that one specific concept, that may be a bit boring. So it's more about these girls showcasing their own concept, their own sound, everything across everybody else. While then when we now get to these concept rounds where they like do the song of something else or somebody else, to get into that exact same concept without any issues and showcase, hey, we can do it all. And that's actually quite a good point of view, because as mentioned, if everybody only does the same concept, then, well, obviously every performance will basically be the same, just with a few changes. So keeping it fresh with a few more different concepts is obviously a good thing to do. And now, as mentioned, Shake It is obviously a very, very drastic change to not only their first round and opening round performance, but also just in general, I'd say. You know, it's just very, very different compared to what they had, I think, previously done, or at least from what I've seen, you know, like, we've only checked out 3 music videos from them thus far, and thus far, even though there was a somewhat bright sound within there, it wasn't like this funky, you know, this playful, this bubbly, you know, this is like a very bubbly song and everything. So that was, like mentioned, very different to see them that way, but that's the thing. Even though it's so different to what I'm used to from them, what I love to see from them, which is like Major especially Paint the Town, it just really, really works well for them, okay? It really, really worked well for them, and I think they really nailed this performance in the sense of, you know, bringing it over, making it feel natural, you know, like they didn't have to play a role or anything. It really just felt natural for them to be here playful, to be bubbly, you know, to have some humor in there, to just have fun on stage, you know, because again, comparing this to this performance now to the previous performance, dimensions differently, you know, both in the concept, both in the execution, both in the choreo, both in the sound and everything, you know. It's such a totally different thing, yet they still excel in that. It just still felt so good. It was just a lot of fun to watch. To shake it, oh shake it. They again had their facial expressions on point, the charisma was there, the stage presence was there, as mentioned. Also just from the whole inscenation yet again was just a very entertaining performance too. That's also something important, you know. I also want to be entertained by the performance, especially when it is a concept like that, then it's all more about the entertainment rather than, you know, like really showing off the skills or anything, because that's definitely the thing here. Like the first round performance definitely did more in showing off like their vocal skills and their dance skills and everything than this song really does, because this song itself isn't really there for that. Again, it's more about entertainment, more about having a fun time, more about funkiness and everything. So this wasn't like now the ideal way to really showcase that, but to showcase, as mentioned, that they can do any concept, that they feel natural in any type of direction they want to do, and that's definitely a very good thing to show. So overall, this was a very enjoyable performance. I will have to see though, obviously, how this will compare to other performances and other songs chosen, because at the end it will probably go on to like just what concept I overall enjoyed more on the pure quality basis, from the way this performance was done, the way it was constructed, the way the humor was involved. We had like mentioned this cool wardrobe switch at the end as well, which is very difficult to do, so big credit for that it went so smoothly too. It's a really good performance nonetheless, you know. Even though it's so different, even though it's like mentioned totally away from that epic type of feeling that I usually want from this Queendom type of atmosphere, it's still a very good performance. Everybody did the job, everybody looked great, you know, especially which look was it? I think that look especially here killed it for me. They all look great, they all perform great. It showcased their talent in a different way than the first round performance did, so that's also a very cool thing to achieve. So yeah, LOONA's performance of Sister Shake It, very entertaining. Big switch up to the previous performances thus far, really showed a different side there of themselves, and I'm insanely excited to see how their future performances are going to look like. Really enjoyed that, had a lot of fun with it. We're moving over to the sixth and final performance of Queendom 2 round 2, which is Hyolyn. I still haven't really checked how to pronounce her name. Hyolyn. I'm so sorry. Let's just call her Hugh, I guess, or you know who we're talking about. She is covering LOONA, so what, you know? Last week they had covered Sister Shake It, which was a very different approach to their usual concept, I'd say, or at least from what I've seen. And she's going for So What, and that is unfortunately one of the group songs I had not checked out yet, which is still on my list of the second catching up on LOONA I want to do, and I unfortunately couldn't squeeze that in before this performance now, so we unfortunately have to go blind into this and don't know the song before already, so I can't really judge how much she's doing it her own thing, how much is remix and everything, so we can just look at the general quality of the performance. What I'm just very intrigued to see about it is the fact that one person is covering a song that was performed by 12. Like, that's, you know, like not only just from the general dance choreo and everything, but also just from the delivery, you know, like with so many different lines in there and just 12 members singing one song, so now it's just one person instead. I'm very intrigued to see how that's going to look and feel like, so let's stop the talking and let's start reacting. Sixth and final performance of Queendom 2 round 2, Hyolyn covering LOONA, So What. Let's check it out. Is it just me? Is the intro louder than usual? Okay. Well, that's one way to open. Ooh. Okay, that's such a stunning. Oh, she. Yeah, I was thinking about. Wait, what visual does this remind me of? Yeah, Catwoman. I mean, that's just movie-like, okay? That's just an insane opening. Also quite dangerous. Like, if you mess up one finger, then... That is... That's how you open and performance. Oh, is this LOONA's heavy song or what? At least that's how it feels already. Ooh. Her vocals, right? What is this drop? Again, I haven't listened to the original before, and so, yo, but her energy, man. Ooh, you even hit the crowd a little bit. Like, they aren't allowed to shout, but that deserves some noise. Whoa. Yo, the performance is obviously insane and everything, but like, I'm just generally flashed by the song itself. Ooh, wait, what? I'm sure that's not in the original, but... Okay, big fan of the fact that she... Hell yeah! Ah, she's so happy with her performance. It's great to see. Okay. So, couple things. First of all, I don't know if y'all saw that, but like, the high note here at the end and everything wasn't like, the song isn't even emotional or anything, but I for some reason got teary-eyed there. I really don't know why. I'm not sure if the first Dreamcatcher win is still that deep in my bones that anything remotely like epic like that gets me emotional at the moment, but man. So, if I heard correctly, I think Hyolyn actually won round 1, right? I think she was placed on rank 1. And I will be honest with you, I don't necessarily disagree with it. At the end of the day, I don't really care who wins or like, you know, who gets ranked where, because my main goal out of this is just to enjoy the performance, the music, the craft and everything. So when I heard that she won that, she had then basically earned the right to choose who she's allowed to cover. And she herself said, hey, I want to cover LOONA, I'm choosing this song, you know? And my god! Either she just knew she would absolutely blow the roof off with it, or like, I don't know, but like, okay, so again, I unfortunately had not the opportunity to check out the song yet, but I'm such a big fan of this version of this, or just the general, the way this song was done here, that I will probably be doing my second catching up on Luna this weekend. Like mentioned, I did wanted to do it before this already, but just couldn't find the time code and everything. Just didn't come together, unfortunately. But she did this song so well that, like, one of my first thoughts after this performance is, man, I gotta see the original. She did it so well. I really gotta hear the original as well. That's like a very good thing to do, because if you cover something and you make the listener be like, oh my gosh, this sounds so great, I gotta hear the original as well, then you did something right. I remember Handong covering Chungha Snapping on their live concert performance, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta check out that music video and that song in original immediately, okay? So maybe look forward to that. Maybe if you're also into Luna, you can look forward to that probably this weekend. She killed the song, okay? Again, I have no idea how much of this was like the original song, or if like she really just took the song how it was, or how much is remixed. I can't judge that right now. Doesn't really matter to me either, because what we got here was just so freaking good. And here's the thing. I said in the opening performance, where it was like, okay, this is like a teaser, you know, a bit of vocals there, like essential dancing, whatnot. Okay, I see sexy concert and whatnot. I gotta see more, okay, to really judge it, because I had not listened to her or her sister before at all. First round performance came along, and I was like, okay, I enjoy this, the dancing is fun, vocals were good as well, but like the performance didn't really flash me, okay? The presentation content was everything cool and so on, but I was like, I didn't have that moment yet where I was like, okay, I see her, you know, like, that her performance does more for me than one of the group ones, because that is really the remaining big difficulty that I said before this performance too. You're alone, you're on your own, you do not have 12 or 10 members or so to fill the stage that way, to basically like take up most of the screen that way. It's mostly you. There will be some backup dancers, but the eyes are solely on you. As a soloist, you will always have it more difficult, not just in performances like these, but also just generally, because dance boy groups are usually so much more popular and just usually sell so much more and all that kind of stuff, because there's just so much more to listen to and all that kind of stuff. She was on her own for this, for like mentioned, a song originally done by 12 girls, and my god, did she own it. Because this now really just felt more like it's in a typical element. Again, opening performance was like mentioned more to the sensual route. The first round performance also took that, but like mentioned more of this paradise, just fun vibe, you know. Was like mentioned, it's just not entirely my favorite concept and everything, so I was like, hey, the general quality of it was great, but just really wasn't my thing, which is why I think I put her performance on 5th in my ranking from last week, you know. Was good in everything, but just, like, for my one, but just didn't really flash me. But now this comes around and really, really impressed me. That is that type of performance that really just makes everybody that was, like, a bit lukewarm on those first performances go, wow, okay, never mind, she is insane, that was awesome, okay? That's that feeling I got from this performance. Opening performance was okay, round 1 was good, but nothing special to me, but this has everything, okay? Alone, the way we opened, okay? This 1 minute opening to set the tone, to set the atmosphere. It feels like a big deal, hanging from the ceiling, looking like Catwoman, or like being Catwoman basically. Such insane visual, stunning to look at. The way then the dancers crawl there and everything. The inscenation and presentation of this intro alone is money. It's just money, okay? This to open your performance to is just... that already is like glues your eyes to the screen, okay? That's how you catch attention, that's how you make an intro, that's how you make people excited for the remainder of the performance. And it's the funniest thing is, as awesome as this is, it's not even the highlight of the performance. It wasn't even the highlight of the performance. Because then straight after, she picks up the mic and just owns the stage. I don't know if it's like mentioned really just that this entire song, or at least the way it was done here, again, I do not know how the original is really just more in this confidence route, in this girl crush section, but like this did so much more for her and to showcase her skills than the first two performances did. Because again, opening performance was more into the dancing, you only had 1 minute anyway, so who cares? But like the first round performance was like, it was just alright, okay? Like it was fun and all that stuff, but like, it really didn't do her justice now, basically, because now I see what she's capable of, and this song and this performance really showcase what she's capable of. Not just the charisma, confidence, and general stage presence she has, where like mentioned, I mean, yeah, we have a lot of backup dancers involved there, but still, your eyes are glued to her. She just fills that stage alone on her own, which is a quality soloist that wants to have a chance against all those groups needs to have. She has that quality, or at least showed it off here now. I mean, she was already, like mentioned, again, round 1 performance was good and everything, but it just did not even feel remotely as impressive and as stellar and stunning as this performance was. Because now, we obviously get to the main factor of why this performance is so good to me. Not only the presentation, not only the intro, not only the dancing, not only the confidence and general performance, but the vocals. My God, did she sound insane in this? I unfortunately don't want to do too much audio here again, because this would usually leads to these videos getting blocked or striked or anything, because if you use more audio than this video initially gives you, then it usually is an indicator for these systems and whatnot. So I unfortunately can't redo those vocals here right now, but like so many general moments in this performance where her voice and her delivery, which like really puts emphasizes on specific syllables there, where I go like, damn, like you saw throughout the performance. And then obviously those high notes at the end again, and look at this shot again as well. My goodness, this performance, holy moly, this performance is actually, is it my favorite this week? I'm not sure right now, but my God, the presentation, the vocals, 100% the best vocal performance yet in the season. 100%, no other vocal performance yet from either previous performance was as good as this one. This is 100% thus far the best performance when it comes to vocals. I wouldn't say yet it's also the best in terms of presentation and performance. I think these are generally the three key things you can put in your list and everything, and look around to, like the general dancing performance, the general presentation, and how the stage was produced, and the vocals. I think these are the three key elements that we should be looking out for. Presentation was awesome here, like mentioned, especially with the Catwoman stuff, but there were other performances that also flashed me a lot, and there was also a lot of other dances that flashed me a lot. But when it comes to the vocals, this thus far definitely number one. 100% the most impressive and just highest quality vocal performance thus far of Queendom 2. Hyolyn, I'm still so sorry that I haven't checked her name yet. I will be, once we get in round 3, or I think that's a unit stage, actually, I don't know, we will be knowing her exact name pronunciation when we see each other again with her. But this is like really that performance that I needed to really go from she's good and everything, but I'm not really impressed yet, to, oh my God, this woman is insane. That's how you change someone's opinion. That's how you impress. That's how you steal the show on your own. Hyolyn's So What performance, absolute excellence. That was insane. That was awesome. And I will now take a little break, and then we'll get back to you with my rankings of round 2. So I took a few more minutes to go for each performance yet again individually to now finalize my rankings for Queendom 2's round 2. And I found similarities in how some of the placements came to be, because for both round 1 and round 2, my first and last place were pretty clear for me straight away, while I then found more difficulties in ranking the middle section of it. For the round 1 performances, LOONA's was instantly my favorite, when BRAVEGIRLS was the weakest for me. And for round 2, unfortunately, that is yet again the case, at least for the last place. BRAVEGIRLS again for me the weakest performance overall. The performance wasn't bad, the performance was still quite good, but that was basically it, and it was basically not enough to outshine any of the other performances, which is why it unfortunately takes the last place for me again. On 5th place, we actually have a WJSN, even though they initially last week were my favorite of those first 3 performances. But now, after having gone through all performances again, I did realize for me, hey, I'm still a fan of this performance and I still think it's quite good and does not deserve the criticism it received for being a too untrue cover, which doesn't really make sense. It really made it their own thing, but ultimately it did end up feeling or basically falling a bit flatter than the other performances. Still really good, still very impressive, and still really makes me look forward to more of the performances and me checking out more of the girls in general, but ultimately ends up on the 5th place. And then I had the biggest difficulties with ranking rank 2 to 4 because all those performances were really, really good, and I would put them into a similar level of general quality, but it then ultimately ended up coming down to how my personal enjoyment ended up being. And therefore, I have to put Kepler's performance of Pool Party / Rollin on rank 4. Like mentioned, very impressive performance, very creative, big highlight moment there with those wooden bars and whatnot, the way they danced around that. It was a really good performance and I enjoyed the concept for what it was as well, but ultimately I just enjoyed the other performances a tiny bit more. The girls were insanely impressive, really making me look forward to more of them down the road, what they have in store in general, and be checking out their first mini album. But ultimately, I just enjoyed the other performances a little bit more, with VIVIZ Unnatural cover ranking on 3 for me. The concept was just everything, the way they were presented, the way the stage was done overall, the atmosphere of it, and just the entire delivery of it was so well done. The girls executed it very well. The visuals, the vocals, the dancing, just everything really shined there for me. Big fan of that stage. So they once again take rank 3. They also took it in round 1 for me. And now after taking first place within round 1, this time around LOONA only ends up on the 2nd place. Their cover of Shake It was just so damn entertaining. They really made a stage that really sticked with you straight away. The creativity in there with the clothes changing and everything, and just the entire presentation of it, the entire installation of it with the bar and with the playing around. It was just a true highlight performance that really had so much to offer and so many moments in it that just stick with you straight away. The vocal performance in it was also great. The charisma, the performance overall was just so damn good. LOONA keeps impressing me and really makes me look forward to me taking that deep dive through their discography. And as mentioned, after that insane cover from Hyolyn, I also want to check out So Bad as soon as possible, which we may do this weekend. But as mentioned, Hyolyn's cover of LOONA So What, 100% in my opinion the best and my favorite performance of round 2. That is how you really turn around someone's opinion after being like, hey, she's good, but I'm not really impressed yet from the opening performance to round 1. She absolutely ate the 2nd performance and absolutely stole the show with it, 100%, thus far delivering the best vocal performance of Queendom 2. The entire presentation, her performing, her dancing, her charisma, her confidence, and especially the vocals absolutely stole the show for me and 100% take the crown for me in round 2. She already won the first round in actuality, because my rankings at the end of the day really don't matter. So really interested to see how the rankings will be for round 2 if she once again takes the first place, because in my opinion that was probably thus far the best performance that Queendom 2 had to offer. So that's how my ranking looks like for Queendom 2 round 2. How does your ranking look like? Gladly tell me all about it down below in the comments. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reactions in general, gladly like down below to show me that you did. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can gladly leave a sub as well, or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. We'll see each other again, obviously, with Queendom either next week or the week after. I will see what the next performance will be like, and if we maybe get all around 3 performances, because I think it will be unit stages, maybe all next week. We will see about all of that. You will definitely see those reactions on the last, whatever, maybe next week or the week after. So look forward to that. Plus, look forward to many more reactions to each artist that is involved within Queendom 2 and many other stuff as well. So for whatever content you may be interested in, whatever content you may want to check in for, obviously again soon on this channel. Stay safe, have been happy, have a great time, have a great start into your week, and see you again soon with more Queendom or K-pop reactions. Thank you so much for watching.